Hey guys, welcome back. Another quarantine project today. LED lights in the nerd cave. See them back there? There's some down here below my shoulder too, but tough to see. But anyway, let's get to it. Hey guys, just a little background on this project. I bought this LED spool off of eBay. I think it was $5 or $6. It had no power supply or anything. I had a power supply I had already acquired in a box of stuff I bought at a yard sale. I really just needed to add some task lighting to this space, the new space for me, as I said earlier. More on that later. But I needed task lighting, and this 12 volt 2 amp power supply was going to work perfect. So I needed to 3D print a lot of parts. I needed to print the clips that could fit this tiny little LED strip, because I went out to Thingiverse and every place else and I could not find any clips that actually were thin enough to hold up these LEDs. So I printed clips, I printed a power supply cover, and it just turned into a fun little quarantine project. It's rainy out, I couldn't go outside, couldn't do a lot of things, it's still a little bit cold, so this was a good thing to do. So let's get into it. Hey, another thing to note, guys, is I bought a bunch of these connectors. There's a part number if you want to know. I bought these a long time ago. I bought these when I bought strip lights for a kitchen. They're really the same strip lights, LED strip lights. These have a little cover. They just snap on. And let me peel one apart. So what you do is you just slide your strip in there and you make sure your positive and negative are lined up correctly. Then you just shut this door back down, and it makes a connection on your strips. And you can either connect them together back to back with one of these, or what I usually do is I just cut it and then I solder it in and then wire it up to my power supply or wherever another strip, wherever I'm going next. These probably will help a lot. They help a lot for me. I can get it done much quicker. So just so you know, these are in use here. And here's a shot of the power supply working. So, you know, I gotta work on wire management down and around. Probably mount the power supply under the workbench and get them both hooked up. Basic clip. It gives me enough small space in here. Now, one thing, this looks funny because I have the cylinder running through it, but one thing I do when I troubleshoot rotation, because I always forget how rotation works, I go ahead and I comment out the difference until I can get the rotation right. Then I go back and put the difference in, then it will make my hole. But quick tip for OpenSCAD. I know it's probably really easy and basic for everyone else, but that's one problem I have with it. Hey guys, here's a finished product. I probably could have laid this differently, made it a little easier, but there's the code. Pretty simple. Took me a few tries to get to the right size. I'll post the code down in the description or share it somewhere. But here's my iterations I went through. Small, bigger, to the size I needed. I found that my printer, this little one, must not be totally accurate because my measurements were just a little bit off, but it's a small enough part, it doesn't really matter. We can just print it and try again. It only takes about 20-25 minutes to print, 5 of those? So it's an easy print. I want to see if you can see, right there's one. Yeah, you can see how it just clips it right up against there. I used these tiny screws. I use these tiny wood screws I have laying around to go in and clip it up. Here's a little bit closer up of the part. You can see the notch for the strip. Holds it up there pretty well. So for these little LED strips, you just need a little indent. They're about paper thin or so, where there's no LEDs. Put them in between the LEDs and screw it up underneath the shelf, and it works pretty good. The this is the LED strip I use. I got this off of eBay. I think it was about $4 or $5. Again, I'm using my desktop power supply, 12 volt for that. I did wire it to a switch. I'm getting ready to put the cover on that. So, you know, I can turn these on and off. But I think it worked out pretty well. Nice additional task lighting. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment. Okay guys, here's part of the problem. I gotta use electrical tape to cover the power supplies terminals, and these are, you know, 110, 115, 120, whatever you want to call it. Whatever it takes, right? Yeah, these are house power, and this is the low voltage side. So we definitely want to get that covered. So what I did was design something real quick in OpenSCAD that can just slide over the front of that, or the back of that, I guess it is, and cover those terminals. Done printing, and look at that. It looks amazing. And keeps me from randomly shocking myself. Double bonus. Okay guys, here is the finished product. Those are the clips. I added a different clip there and a regular wire minder piece. It runs in down to the bottom, down into this switch, and also I have one down here under the monitor that can light up the bottom of the desk. So all functional. Power supply is here with a cover on. I think it turned out pretty good. And here's what it looks like when it's just those lights on. Hey guys, that's all we have for today. Thanks for watching. There's going to be a tour on this Nerd Cave, Pop's Coffee Shop, whatever we're going to call it. I feel like Ward Cleaver sitting down here in my own space, finally. That's all we have anyway. Thanks for watching. More projects to come, right? A lot of these things going on when we got free time and shut inside the house. So stay safe, stay healthy. We will see you next time.